Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Prime here with my review of Attack on Titan, Chapter 104, Victor. And yeah, Victor in the end, though some things could be debatable. Overall, I thought it was a great chapter. To be honest, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Or 4.5 out of 5. Because, I mean, it had just about everything, you know, no real plot progression in terms of like will they or won't they get off the island or anything, but are out of Marley, and will this develop into anything further for this probable final arc or anything. So I can't give it a 5. but but yeah, I really enjoyed it. But anyway, here is, some of my thoughts and everything. But we finally get to see Armin's Titan form, and he a skinny boy. I mean, he's much leaner. He has no ears or nose like Bertolt, and a lot more exposed bone, like his ribs, his spine, where his neck is, and all that. I mean, which seemed like a weird thing that like he has this whole cavity right here, which I how does he swallow anything? I just now thought about that. But anyway, he hijacks an airship, as we see after he had like stomped his way a fair bit inland, and an airship was nearby, and he launched himself up to it after coming out of it, the Titan's head and everything. And he says one line that was a little bit perplexing to me, but the best way I could surmise what he meant was, this is what he said: "This must have been the scene you witnessed, right, Bertolt?" And what I can come up with is that during the attack on the wall that Bertolt did, he saw all the destruction and death it caused. And given how Armin is a bit more, non confrontational, or at least less confrontational than some of his contemporary allies, uh, it might be weighing more on his mind than most of the soldiers. So this may cause problems later on. He may just give up and let Marley kill him or something. I don't know. it, or have someone eat him. And it's like, I can't use this power in good conscience anymore. Just take me. So that could be an interesting plot point. Anyway, then in the plaza we have where it left off from 103. Uh, Jean is taking shots at the downed Peck. He did one of the thunder spears, but like the steam coming off of her body deflected it, I guess. He wasn't even quite sure, and that was the only thing he could come up with. And to be honest, that would have to be some very pressurized steam. But I mean, I guess it's feasible, but I don't know. Anyway, this allowed Falco to pull her free from the body, and then Jean orders them not to be allowed to escape, but is disrupted by McGrath's group, who starts firing at the Survey Corps members. And it's a decent enough distraction, obviously, as we'll find out later. But anyway, Galliard continues to fight Eren. This leads to Eren losing his right hand because Galliard had grabbed his arm during a punch and just chomps off his hand. Which then really, some of these fights, you really start to understand how small some of these Titans are. Because Eren is like an adult and Galliard is a child, basically. But anyway, after the attack, uh, an attack on Eren's face and slash marks on the crystal cocoon of Lady Tiber. Um, it does leave gashes in it. This gives Eren the idea to later use the Jaw Titan's jaw to break the cocoon, which we'll get to that in a minute. Um, well, actually, no, wait. Let's see. Where am I in my notes? Too many notes. Uh, yeah. Anyway, meanwhile, uh, follow up with Gabby and Falco. They had brought the severely injured Peck into a building, and she's healing slower, which Gabby says the Cart Titan, it basically just isn't as durable, which explains the armor and stuff that Marley had made for her. So, eh. And then Gabby starts talking about, like, where's Reiner? And Falco's like, he was near the staging area. The building collapsed on him, so, But he shouldn't be bothered. And she's like, screw all that. We've lost too many. All of our friends are dead. uh, and then something catches everyone's attention. It was the airship flying along the pathway of the previously installed lights that we've seen a couple chapters ago. Which I think anybody that predicted that it would be Armin in his Titan form that would be guided by the light should get at least half credit, not myself included. I didn't think of that until after the fact, so all good to anyone who did. Anyway, we get the return of Hanji or Hanj. I never did learn how to pronounce her name. And a newcomer, Olin Gobo. He has to be new because I looked him up in the wiki and they don't even have a thing from just this chapter yet. So that was ridiculous. So they have a new Survey Corps member, and he was that, or he's a turncoat for the Marlians. I don't know, but he was piloting the airship. Surely they don't know how to pilot airships. I don't know. Uh, but anyway, the plan is to pick up the Survey Corps in the airship, but should they fail to all board, they'll probably be shot down. I imagine if like one took too long and then it's like we can't wait around any longer, it's like, and then it makes them a bigger target, which they're already a massive target at the Zeppelin. The escape plan was devised by Armin, and Hanj asks, do you have a martyrdom mindset like Aaron? Which he counters with, this will empower them. I assume they could reverse and engineer the aircraft tech once they got back to paradise. And how things have progressed, they can't escape. Or should they not be able to escape, they have no future anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, Galliard realizes the plan. He goes to stop them. Mikasa cuts his legs. Aaron dismembers him by ripping his arms off, and then proceeds to use Galliard as a nutcracker on the cocoon. And just like, he just starts, and it was already damaging his head anyway, but that'll get even worse later on. And then Aaron just kind of juices Lady Tiber and just gets all that Warhammer Titan goodness. So now they have taken that, and I just love those kinds of impromptu ideas. I mean, who was thinking that was going to happen? Sure as hell wasn't me, which is why I loved it. I made it my thumbnail for my reaction. Anyway, after some more thrashing, Aaron goes to take the Jaw Titan's power as well. Quite the ambitious take-all invasion, am I right? But Gabby sees this. She starts calling for Reiner. It's like, you gotta help him, Reiner. And Reiner's like, why won't you bastards let me die? Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. The final sleep. But, whatever. Anyway, eventually it does get through to him, so credit to Gabby. He emerges from his finger cocoon as a half-Titan form, which it's basically just him Titan-sized without the armor. And also some shoulder spikes, which I'm pretty sure he never had before, so that was weird. Excuse me. And it was explained to me because I thought it was like some weird Titan human hybrid kind of form, that when a Titan shifter doesn't have the will to live, they become more human than Titan. But a commenter, thank you by the way, kind of like cleared up the thoughts on it with he's probably just too tired, so he wasn't able to fully form. Makes sense enough. But anyway, with that, uh, in a short fight with Eren, Eren just kind of one punch! Reiner in the jaw, nearly breaking it off. Send him flying too, which, boy, he really was exhausted, wasn't he? Uh, but Reiner did manage to grab Galliard, so Galliard is safe. And Eren was like, well, I guess we can't kill him after all. We will meet again, Reiner. And then him and Mikasa fly off towards the airship. But also, Eren was just out of strength anyway, so yeah, it time to go. It time to go. But finally, Gabby sees them flying off or swinging off, ziplining off, whatever, Survey Corps equipment, 3D gear stuff. Uh, she sees this, rushes out in a bloodlusting rage, and it's like, I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to shoot Eren for what he did. And then back at the airship, which is now getting closer to the plaza, Jean has ordered to protect the airship from below, which I'm sure Gabby will probably at least shoot a few of the Survey Corps members. I don't know if they will die or not. And that's not to say any other soldiers won't be helping in that endeavor either, but we'll see, obviously. Either I suspect Gabby will actually get injured by somebody, and then Falco will see that. He'll rush out. He will try and, get Reiner to just give her the power. The power he's been trying to save her, from having, because it'll shorten your life, but it might be the power that saves her in the end, allowing her to heal from a otherwise fatal injury. Or at least that's just my thoughts. I don't know. But I have to say, it was a great chapter. Sorry about my hair, headphones. But, yeah, great chapter. I'm still giving it a 4.5 out of 5. The pacing was pretty good. There wasn't really that many bad moments of just kind of stagnant dialogue where it was like we can see what's going on, so that was always good. I think the worst thing was what they did with Peck. I mean, they took her inside of a building but put her in a hallway right by a window. Stupid. And she does get conscious again, or regains consciousness again, so I don't know if she'll be back in the fight immediately. She'll probably need time to rest. I mean, she did have a massive hole in her gut. So, and with her apparent, durability lacking, yeah, I don't think she's going to be a front lines fighter for a time. So, we will see, especially not without that armor. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Keisha Bremen. I'll see you next time. Keishlings, roll out.